And we are live.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to Comedy Cellar Nightly. I'm here with an amazing group of people. I have Sean Patton, Andy Fiore, Tom Thakar, Shane Torres, as always, Estee Adoram. Mush is
Hello,
hiding.
Estee.
Oh, wait, hold on. And the late comer to the group, Mr. Greg Stone, who is making his way in even as well. Really?
There he is.
Jesus
Do
Christ.
audio, yes, I will.
Yes. So what's
Hello.
up, suckers? How is everybody?
Woo. Are we live?
We are live.
bitch.
We are
We're
live.
live.
Hell yeah, bro. I'm here on Influencer Island.
All right.
You guys
So
are doing?
you're on
Where
your
are you?
island.
You're on
He's-
Epstein's Island?
Yeah, he's-
Influencer Island is where all the influencers have ran.
Oh, I thought you said Influenza Island. It was like, get off that island, dipshit. What are you doing?
Gilligan's Island. You're the professor.
Estee, Greg is most definitely not the professor.
Yeah.
Okay.
Who would I be?
Estee, you're the professor of this group.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stone is straight.
Tom has a
Gilligan.
Mr. Howell thing going on with the mustache.
It's the stash.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
The stash
for
is
sure.
definitely.
I don't
So,
know.
like,
Andy's the captain.
That's good.
Yeah.
Liz, I think we need to grow a mustache also.
Quarantine. I'm just going
That's so
quarantine crazy.
That's how we belong.
Just
This is a very
do it.
hairy group.
This is the time.
Sorry, the dog's here now. Oh shit, wine. Sorry.
This is a plus size children's section except for Tom when it comes to the film. all heavy set boys in this group.
You know, Tom's ego has a gut.
Oh! Did you just owe yourself?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
There you go.
I got
Oh,
something
yeah.
for you.
Oh yeah.
Shane, it doesn't help the weight of the group that you keep pots and pans next to you at all times. Like,
Why?
Yeah,
I'm
dude.
sorry. I appreciate our essential workers, Andy.
Wait.
If I was on Arthur Avenue, I would just be an Italian lady.
Right.
I appreciate our essential workers. Let me show everybody why up close. Can you see it?
What the fuck?
Wow.
Look at that.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's like 15
That's a zombie.
stitches. What?
Oh.
zipper.
Liz, that's 20
I told you
stitches.
You didn't want to know
Oh
where
my
backstabbing
god! All
came
right.
from.
Wait.
What's the story? We've got to
Everybody
hear the
shut
story.
up.
I
What happened?
last week I got in a fight with a set of drunk stairs. They were talking, they were saying awful things about my mother and every mother. They were saying, I see up all your mom's skirts.
Not mine.
So I took a spill. Liz, I've lived in New York for over a decade. I thought I was an expert at stairs.
Oh my god!
If you live in this city, you walk up a minimum of 4 flights of stairs a day. And that's if you're not even like during quarantine. Right.
Yeah.
All it took was a well-placed shadow. And
Oh my god!
Was it your stairs?
no, it was the one other couple that Caitlin and I will go and hang out because we've all been quarantining and I've known them forever. And they have,
Darius and Liz?
yeah, it was an old school set of brownstone stairs in Bed-Stuy. So like
Is this, you were at Darius and Liz?
I was at Darius and Liz's place. So I fell,
Yeah.
I was talking as I was walking. I felt myself miss the step. And as I was falling, I reached around, grabbed a beam and basically created a fulcrum and just whack, like head first
God.
into the thing.
Brutal.
And
When you started telling the story and you said that you had a contact with the drunken
yeah.
flight stairs, I was sort of tweaking the story a little bit.
Oh yeah.
Well,
I
how much
mean,
of those stairs had?
I think exactly 3 glasses of wine, 1 wet Red Claw, and a half of an IPA.
My man.
It's
Still like a normal amount.
Yeah. That's how much. Well, here's the thing. I had to go to a hospital in Park Slope. Luckily,
Yeah.
It was the middle. It was like 3 a.m, and it was very not busy. Luckily,
Were
and
you
it
in
was.
the emergency department?
I went in the ER.
Apparently,
What are
these
you gonna
emergency
do?
departments are empty. Like, the emergencies are empty because nobody wants to get it, so nobody's going to the ER.
Right. Well, also this hospital in Park Slope was like we've had a slowdown in the past few weeks. So I was like, and they took care. I was still in there for like 6 hours, but they stitched me up, cleaned it out.
Shit.
Man.
It was the most insane walk of shame back to my apartment at 7:45 a.m. because I was just
blood.
oh, my whole outfit, blood. But I still,
buddy.
but they gave me like an N95 respirator mask to like walk. So I was wearing like a very high grade medical mask, just like hi, just like walking to like.
If people looked at you weird, you should have just been like, "Yeah, Corona. It's
I got it. I did it.
It's way worse than we thought."
Well, I was hoping if I came, right, like if I came across any joggers, I was going to be like, wear a mask. Look what they did to me. Look what they did to me.
Sean, are you all gun shy around new stairs now?
I was gonna ask the same thing. Yeah,
Buddy,
you gotta be weird.
Buddy, I have been sliding up and down my front stairs on my butt. Like an 8-year-old again.
Like a puppy. Like a way a puppy goes out some stairs.
Wait, but here's the fucking crazy part. You know who's taking these out on Monday?
I will.
Wait, will you really?
Yeah, I'm so good. I would love to. Yes, I got no
Could not
problem.
pay me enough.
Serious?
Could not
I
pay me
have no
enough.
Have you
Wait,
ever
wait,
pissed
wait.
Liz off?
No,
I would be
Liz,
really
because
curious.
who was going to do it was me. I was going to do it. Because my mother, who's a retired RN, when I showed it to her on Mother's Day of all cases, right? Yeah, exactly. I had to call her on Mother's Day and be like, "Don't freak out, but check it."
I'm fine.
Well, actually, I called her from the hospital while it was still split open at like 5 a.m. because
Wow.
I wanted to make sure everything they were telling me sounded legit to her. Because they were, I don't know. Anyway,
That's the best thing about having a mom for a nurse.
Did
Yeah,
you
yeah.
think they were like
You can
mechanics? Did you think they were like mechanics trying to add
your
stuff
story?
on?
yes, dude. Dude, have you been to a hospital lately? They're exactly like mechanics trying to add shit on.
No,
Like
but
they,
what are they gonna add? They're like your head split open. Would you like silk sutures?
There was-
I only need 17 stitches.
Would you like?
no, seriously.
This
But
comes with
Hipster
17
Park Slope
stitches and
hospitals.
there was one doctor who was like, "You're gonna need a plastic surgeon to do this because it's your face," and I
Yeah,
was like,
want a plastic surgeon.
right. But then it was like, but then another doctor was like, "No, you don't need a plastic surgeon. You're gonna have a scar either way." And I was like, "I
It's gonna
don't."
be hardcore. That's a hardcore.
Yeah, it's a hardcore scar. It's up in there. Yeah, but
Estee's
like.
getting attacked by a wolf.
Yeah, it's pretty. But like my mom was like, take them out yourself. Don't risk going to another hospital. And I was like, oh,
Risk going to a hospital, Sean.
no.
I would go to the
you,
hospital.
John
but,
Wick?
Hey,
That's
My-
fucking
We'll let
insane.
Liz
Out
do it.
before. I'm
My-
very good at removing. It's
I
like,
thought they dissolved now.
Let
The
Liz
in-
have
no,
a
no.
glass of
Wait,
wine.
Andy, the inner layer will dissolve. There's 2 layers of stitches. This is just the outer layer. Yeah. So if Liz can't do it, my mom sent
Liz
me
can't do it.
Liz.
I will say,
Wow,
if
you're gonna
I
question
He's
Liz.
out before.
I
I'm
will s-
very good at this. It's just unsewing. Like
Hold
it's
on.
something that's
You're
not-
No,
very
Liz
good
is
at
just gonna go.
this.
All right, let me just have a few drinks to get those shakes out, and we'll
Yeah,
get to
let me
work
just
here.
drink out of my Chewbacca mug.
Wait,
Okay, it is true.
Liz, what did you do before you worked at the cellar exactly?
I mean, my mother is a nurse.
No,
and
I
like,
tr-
she's had stitches.
It's not
That allows
passed
you-
along by genes.
And I've taken her stitches out. Shut the
have-
fuck up,
Have
Fiore.
you heard of the
I've taken
mafia,
her
Sean?
And exactly, yeah.
look, I have all
Tom,
faith
your mom's a
that
nurse
Liz.
too, right? Tom, was your mom a nurse?
Yeah, my mom is now a nurse.
My
practitioner.
mom's a
She's
nurse.
Yeah.
I worked in an
Liz
ER
Mom
for 7 years. No big deal.
Me
I-
too.
Oh,
I also was
You're
in
You're
the
right.
ER
It's
for
not a
2
big deal.
if you'd
No.
like, I mean, if
No.
you'd really like to, I can remove those stitches for you. And I was trained to do so.
could you do
if-
it on Instagram Live?
No, because I have to be in the same room with them.
Oh.
The same
No, but
what?
someone else can.
Here's the
can watch
combina-
IG Live.
But here's the combination of why I don't think because I have to take them out on Monday, and I'm re-quarantining because I was in a hospital.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
I'm a
I
bad
yeah.
boy, bro.
think
I'm a
here's
bad
the
boy.
thing: if you're
Yeah.
so you were just in the hospital less than a week ago, right?
Last Saturday, yeah.
So
So it's a
I
week.
think you should just go back to the hospital, in my opinion, and start the quarantine after that. But I don't know.
Or can you do a I would trust Stone because I do know for a fact he has worked in a hospital delivering food, whatever it is.
I was a patient satisfaction coordinator.
Are you serious?
Coordinated all satisfaction.
That's
Are you serious that that's what you did?
Oh,
No.
PSC?
What does that mean? It's in an
I was a
ER,
coordinator too, but
patient
not patient satisfaction.
satisfaction court. That doesn't exist.
When I worked at
It doesn't
Blockbuster,
exist.
they called me a customer service representative, and I was just a cashier. Like, so,
I did real shit. I put stitches in an old person. The doctors wanted me to be a doctor, so they would make me do shit. So I worked with this guy. You can say whatever you want. The truth is the truth, and let's get the truth out there, okay?
Greg, are you serious that you were a patient satisfaction coordinator?
What?
that's so
Is that
crazy
really your
that I didn't know
title?
one of my
I
friends
hate to be
was.
Ross Perot, but can I finish? Can I
I'm
finish?
just asking.
Can I finish?
There were women at my hospital who were 80 years old.
What's a Ross
who did-
Perot reference?
A guy who was a customer service coordinator. That's it.
Greg is stuck in 1996.
I was a nurse's aide, and then they bumped me up to patient satisfaction because I would just make all the patients because I would just make them laugh, and they would
With your Ross Perot.
with my Ross Perot. Finish. Can I finish?
It was Hack Patch Adams.
That is
Liz,
wild
are
that
you
you
back
tried.
in New York?
No, I'm still in
back?
California. I'm still in
You're still in
California. Yeah. I'm still on the west.
You're in
Coast.
Sacramento,
Sean,
right?
you have
Sacramento.
to fly
Yeah.
Monday to Sacramento.
Oh my
it is?
God.
Oh,
I
yeah.
wish-
I got to
I
go to
wish
California.
I
Yeah,
wish I was
and
there
she
to just
takes the
take them
stitches
out. I really do.
I would love to explain that logic to someone later. Like, I didn't feel safe going back to a hospital in Brooklyn, so I flew to Northern California
With an
to have my friend who works as the manager of a comedy club take them out. I trusted her more than our medical system. I'll make it political. Man, where's Noam when you need him? You know, I trusted her more than our political system, than our health care. I do. Liz, I trust you. If you were here, I would absolutely let you do this.
If I was there, I
literally
would.
have training.
Oh, shut up,
I
Stan.
want Greg to
would
finish
said-
his thing from earlier.
Oh, go ahead. Go
I don't
ahead.
want
Why
to
do you
finish.
want to do it so
I don't
bad,
want to
Liz?
finish. I'm done being what?
Why does Liz want to do it so badly? Is it like
I don't know. It's like there's something about it. It's very
You just cut them
methodical,
and you
and I
pull
don't know.
them.
Did you
Yeah.
like
She's
popping
always-
here? Well, let me ask you this: Did you like popping
Are you-
ex-boyfriend's zits too?
No, but like
Because
I
I
like
had girlfriend
taking,
that loved doing that. I'm like, what is that?
I like taking splinters out and like
always
shit,
dreamt
like
of killing a
splinters. I'm
You
like,
comedian.
too?
that's what I
Have
like.
you guys watched the Dr. Pimple Popper thing?
No,
I was about to say you took the words out of my.
no, I can't. I keep
Oh
covering it.
God, it is.
Oh, I'm
so-
fascinated.
No,
Estee,
it's
did you
so
watch it?
gnarly.
You popped the words right out of Estee's mouth.
Oh man,
Wait,
it's the craziest thing.
Why did Shane is a backstabber?
Oh, that's
Hold on,
right.
let him
Oh.
finish the pimple popper thing. Hold on.
I don't know why I'm a backstabber. Don't look at me because I didn't say
I
that
tried to help
was.
you out by
More like face stabber. Huh?
Yeah, that's
I'll see you guys later.
that was just me. That's how I greet Shane.
How great would it be if Sylvans just popped into Andy's screen after he left?
Hey,
Oh
can
my
I ask you all a question? So
Absolutely.
This weekend, Salt Lake City,
Mhm.
comedy
Yeah.
clubs open.
Yeah.
Dallas too.
From what I understand, Jeff Dye is doing like tonight at Wise Guys.
Mhm.
If someone called you tomorrow and was like, listen, next Friday, Saturday, and they're doing 65% capacity, customers don't have to wear masks. Staff is wearing masks and gloves at 65% capacity. They're doing food, drinks on all disposable. Would you all get on a plane and go to Salt Lake City?
I have a week right
Yeah.
now. That's the first
Yeah, I have a
weekend
couple.
of June that hasn't been canceled.
Same
Where?
here.
Dr.
Same here.
Grin's in Michigan. It hasn't
Oh.
been canceled. So at this point, I'm gonna do it.
And they want to open because I was supposed to be there
Yeah.
last week, and they are posting all the time about how we'll be back, and like
Yeah.
If
They-
they're-
they
if
Pay
they're
are-
for my,
go, you're
if
good
they're
to
paying
go.
for the
2
flight
weeks out.
too, I'm there.
What's that?
If they're paying for the flight too, I'm there.
Well, I
Andy,
don't
do
think
you
they
need to
usually
borrow
pay-
the $90 to get a flight right now?
They pay host flights usually, but
yeah,
Wow. Wow.
just kidding.
Dude,
Tom, what did I ever do to you?
I love
Wow.
you, buddy.
drinking all them Negronis. He's
Yeah,
getting,
the Negronis hit hard.
You're so fancy.
You do a shot.
No?
I can't drink for another 3 days because of my antibiotics. Yeah.
Yeah.
You
We
see, the
also
fact-
probably
I would
get
say
you into a
end the
building
stairs
with an
factor.
elevator.
Yeah. The fact that Liz knew that before the rest of you is why I would trust her to take these out before any of you.
Where were you on that one, Greg?
I'm available
You,
for
Shane.
any
Get a microphone.
pseudo medical
I don't need a
procedures.
microphone. It's built in. It's built in.
What?
No one
What
can
did
hear you.
Wait, everyone though. Also, Addison Improv in Dallas right now.
Yeah.
Like this weekend, Dusty Slay performed there.
Oh,
Really?
Yeah, and they were only letting 25% capacity, which that's a 300 seater, so it's like
Not-
75 people maybe.
75.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, like
Which,
that.
which
yeah.
if you think 75 people is like the Pussycat sold out.
That's true.
It is, but they would
But
space
it's
them out.
spread out.
They're
Yeah.
spreading them out.
Yeah.
The spacing is what sucks.
You just you have
Yeah,
to spread
I'm sure
out.
they
Like you
let
need to
people.
just
I've heard of rooms where they're letting people buy tables together or whatever. Like if it's
With the
you
group.
or people
Yeah.
that you've been quarantined with. I don't think
Yeah,
that would
but
be so
it
bad.
cannot
I
be,
mean-
I think they said there cannot be a group larger than 6.
That
Yeah.
makes sense. I get
That
that.
makes
I
sense in
think-
general.
That also,
Yeah.
that also
Yeah.
seems safe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, isn't that the
I mean-
seller's rule already?
Yeah, that's you guys' rule already.
I think that's
Yeah.
already a good rule. Dude, I did a show with a
Yeah.
group of 40, and there's no getting past.
Oh,
it.
yeah.
They're going to
Yeah.
talk. And there's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah. It's horrible.
When you break, yeah, it's like if you sit the group together, you're dealing with the infection of heckling. You're worried about heckling, talking, spreading throughout the room.
As a society, we should social distance groups of 6 as it is.
Man, what's Val up to? I imagine her right now with a mask, like throwing
talked to
people
her.
out.
Just texted her.
Hey,
Yeah.
Greg, just text her.
Yeah.
How's Val doing?
Add
Her
me in
Her
there.
birthday's,
Good.
her birthday's next Friday.
Oh, I'm gonna text Val. I'm gonna give me. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just imagine her
Texted
right.
Val earlier.
Yeah, she's got a mask and she's throwing people out of the park who don't have masks.
Very, I could see that. I could see
Yeah.
that.
I'll be right back.
Val
She's
is,
gonna go back.
Val is an ambassador. She's one of those like park ambassadors, like 6 feet, put a mask on. Yeah, she's rounding people up.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Would any of you
Liz.
say no to one of those weeks? Like if it was like next week,
I would
you'd
risk
say
it.
no.
You would.
No, I would go. I would go.
I would go. I would go.
I'm saying
I would
any of
go.
you Say no.
I'm gonna say
I
yes.
just miss it so much. Like, it's insane. Like,
Same
I
here.
don't- Like,
What?
Oh, fucking Fury and Stone are such assholes.
Are you guys in this?
together?
You piece
Same
of shit.
place. Oh, look at this. Look at this. This is
Sorry,
gonna
my wife
piss me
needed
off.
something.
Oh, my God.
Oh god damn it.
She needed you to put her Andy Fiore suit on.
We're on Influencer Island, man. Nice here.
Wait a minute, guys. Are you quarantined together?
He lives around the
they are.
block.
They're quarantining together.
We've just been quarantining together.
Oh,
That's
boy.
not-
The same.
he
We only
and
have one
Greg and his
bed, but it
wife.
works. 2 big guys keeping warm. It's cold out to be alone.
Yeah, I
it's
mean,
like the Penn and Teller of quarantine. It's very interesting. See what you guys are gonna do now.
I mean,
Pen.
the
Penn
math
and
is-
So everybody here is getting on a plane tomorrow. If someone called them and was like, "Come to Salt Lake City, come to Nashville, go wherever."
It's tricky because it's the getting on the
I mean-
plane thing is a little scary, but
mhm,
I
yeah.
I'm
guess.
fine with that. I'm actually fine with the plane. I'm more concerned with the 65% no mask. I think over
Yeah.
half.
Well, that's why it's
half,
that.
and, like,
I don't know if
I
other
think like the
clubs have different
responsibility
rules.
is on people. Like if it was half with mask, or like like it just seems like it's not being taken care of super seriously. But that's what they're allowed to do too. So
Yeah.
and Utah
I
has a
think
lower
that-
rate of infection.
I
Dude,
think if you're at a
Utah-
comedy club, you should have to wear the Jim Carrey mask. Like that'll be a nice
full-
middle
the
ground.
full-
Liz, I think the California
comics-
sun is treating you very well.
Yeah,
You look effervescent
Good,
right now.
yeah.
I've been sitting in the backyard a lot. I've been.
So, like,
Can I tell you?
Hey, hey, Andy, why don't you pass around a few more of those compliments? So
Oh!
I'm in California.
Yeah, me too.
No.
Yeah.
Is anyone
I
else?
like your scar, Sean.
Thank you. Did anyone else before Liz said she was in Sacramento, which I remember you told me on the podcast you were going to, but like
Yeah.
but for a moment I was like, man, the sun isn't set in Manhattan yet? That's how stupid. That is seriously how dumb I am. I was like, what? The sun's just blaring in fucking
Downtown in the village.
What?
In the village, and that and that CVS over there gets the best sunlight. So
But yeah, like I would. That's going to be the tricky thing for like the next year is figuring out like how many people you can let in, at what capacity you can let them in. I can say this: the last weekend I did before this all went down at the San Diego Comedy Company. This was like before it got crazy too. It was like March 12th through 14th. They didn't sit anyone in the front row,
Right.
and they skipped a row for every show, and they only allow it's only a 200 seater, but they only let in like 125 people per show.
Yeah.
So and like
More than we would be allowed.
what's that?
Yeah, that's more than that we would have.
Yeah.
Every room has their own capacity between the underground, the cellar, etc. But that last weekend before we closed, we were at 50% capacity.
Yeah.
And you try and separate people, and
I was wondering why my numbers
people
were like
don't. You shut up, Fiore. People don't want to be separated. These
Yeah.
people, and literally, they would come to the door, and they would be like, "Oh, well, I don't want to sit here. I want to sit here." And you're like, "Hey, dude, it's a fucking global pandemic.
Yeah.
Sit where I tell you to sit. I'm doing the best I can." And people would, I
Yeah.
think people are
It
ready.
must be
I think
easier
people
to
are
get that
ready
point
to go
across.
out.
But it must be easier to get that point across now too. Like that was 2 months ago, right?
Honestly, I don't think so. I mean, look, if you're in when I left Manhattan, people were out in the park. People, bars in the village are opening with like to-go windows. People are hanging out around there.
Yeah.
There are young people that are ready, that are just have like, I don't know, quarantine fatigue. They're ready to go out. They're ready to do shit.
absolutely.
And when I came here, I was shocked that the plane, it wasn't just, first responders or people traveling. It was families. There were families on these flights with kids and infants. It was, it was crazy. People were going place to place. And then the minute I got off the plane in Salt Lake and restaurants were open and bars were open, I was like, what the fuck? I almost started taking pictures.
In the airport or?
In the airport.
Wow.
In the airport. I started texting.
Did you go have a
In
drink?
the airport's crazy. In the airport is crazy.
Didn't. I thought about it, but I thought about it, but I'm like, no, I have my dog. I still have my 2 pair of gloves on. I have I'm like, used to New York City quarantine supreme. Like I'm wrapped up, ready to go, hermetically sealed. And I wanted to take a picture of this couple eating wings so badly, but I didn't. It was really it was crazy. I couldn't wrap my head around it.
What a funny statement to be like, if you took a picture of them and they were like, excuse me, and you're just like,
It's for my friends in New York. I had to show everybody.
I just haven't seen people eat wings in a while.
Yeah.
Well,
that's what I miss.
It's true.
Yeah.
The issue of like
truly what it is.
the issue of like me doing a show in Salt Lake City is like they might all be fine, but I'm the guy who's giving them corona.
That's the scary
Like I'm in
part.
Queens, I'm in the worst section of it possible. Like if anyone's got it, it's me.
Wait, you have it?
I mean, I've got it. That's why I want you to have it so we can have it together. I don't want to die alone. But you know what I mean? Like we're the big risk factor. The New York
That was
This
my
is
fear
what's-
leaving. Like
This is what's
I was
scary.
the risk. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I
then
also
it's
When
like-
are you gonna go back?
I don't know. When
Yeah.
my sister kicks me out, and then maybe I'll go to Miami after that and harass my parents for a while. Like,
Did you bring the
She's never
dog?
traveled
Of
more.
course I brought the dog. The dog's sleeping on the floor right now. He's
Good.
he's loving life.
Me and Shane are both thinking about going back in June.
Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah.
that's not your apartment right now, Tom?
No, I'm in LA right now. I'm at my girlfriend's parents' place.
Did they let you into the main house? Because that's big, dude.
No, this is her dad's
That's in the
home
main
studio.
house.
This is,
Did they find? Because weren't you living in like a garage room or something?
this is the garage room. It just looks nicer.
That's the garage room.
Dude,
Jesus!
You need to marry her.
Yeah.
Just
Oh
marry
my
her.
Sean, you wouldn't,
Divorce her and
you
take
wouldn't
half
like
the
it.
money.
There's,
sleep.
you wouldn't like it. There's stairs. You wouldn't like it. There's stairs.
Dude,
I
love
will
their
defeat
blankets.
them.
I love their blankets a green screen. You can just fucking
I've used it as a green screen.
It's the exact
Wow.
color.
Hold on. Oh, damn it. I have to wear like a very specific shirt for me to be able to do this green screen stuff. But
So y'all are thinking about coming back in June?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because my apartment's still there, and like it's my cats are still there. There's people living in my apartment for free, and
That's pretty freaky.
I don't love this.
You don't
No,
want them to
Yeah.
live for free anymore?
You don't want
Like,
I'm getting
I don't
annoyed with
want
them
you
living in my apartment.
living.
Slumlord.
Because I'm still paying the rent.
So you have
So it's like-
squatters? What's happening with
No,
that?
it's that they were like, look, we have an option that's free, and then we were already giving them a deal, but now, like, we need someone to feed our cats, basically, so they're just living there for free.
You know what's fucking super hilarious? We paid April's rent, but then we approached our landlord about May, where we were like, look, we paid April, but going forward, and he goes, you guys have been here for 3 years, you pay rent every month on time, you've never given me a problem, you're dream tenants, pay when you can. And we were like, thank you, over a Zoom call. Yeah. And it was like,
Oh man, that's
That's
great.
really nice.
That's really great.
yeah.
Rare, man. That is
I know.
rare.
It was, I'm like,
Landlord does not give a shit.
yeah, this dude is very, very, and he's like, and it's because he's like old school Hasidic. He's got the pious and the beard, and very nice dude. But as he's rattling this all off, I'm like, man, he's really arguing our case for us.
Yeah.
These were all points we were gonna make.
He's angry. You don't make any noise.
Yeah, you didn't complain when the building got robbed. It was
You come up and down the stairs
Change
very
the lock
fast
on the
because you're
mailbox
tumbling.
yourself?
you're the only. What's that?
Dawn, it's heartwarming to hear that somebody is like that.
Yeah.
It was nice. It was very nice.
Because, I mean, I was talking the other day on the podcast that although there's now laws and rules about
Mhm.
where the landlord can use your security towards it and whatever, they still threaten you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I've heard. Yeah.
I have a co-op and I paid it, but my son, it's a rental. He still did not get his unemployment from New Jersey. Still no
Damn.
unemployment, nothing.
Really?
And his rent is like New York rent.
Wow.
And
Oh, yeah.
and yeah, it's like $2,600.
Wow.
Easily. Yeah. Yeah. New Jersey ain't cheap.
Well, where he is, yeah, but Jersey is not that cheaper than New York.
No.
And they agreed he paid partial, and then he said, okay, apply the security, but they did not apply it. So now there came a threatening letter that they're going to proceed legal thing, and they're not allowed to do that. So it's very heartwarming to hear that you have a guy that says pay whatever you can.
He's a good guy. He's a good guy. He's a very he's always been cool. And we have our superintendent. We gave him a tip for Christmas. I think we were their only house. Just gave him hey, thanks for sorting our recycling and smoking cigarettes out front.
Yeah.
Thanks for all the Newports you smoke out front, and you say hi.
Thanks for using the phrase "I'll get to it."
New York is not an easy gig.
No, it is not. But it's also has anybody been applying for all these plans and grants and
No,
The PPP?
I'm gonna do it this week. Though.
Yeah.
I actually know a couple of people in terms on the service industry side that have applied for a couple of those grants and have actually gotten them, gotten $500 grants,
Nice.
gotten
Yeah.
this. Yeah. So
Wait,
I need to do it. I have been.
I
kind of
haven't.
lazy about it. I felt guilt. I filled out the paperwork and got to the last page, and then I started feeling guilty. All of a sudden, I was just like, I shouldn't take this. And then now it's
Oh,
like,
come
we
on.
don't know when.
A
Take
comic
it.
with a conscience, really?
Take it.
What's that?
Yeah.
yeah.
Coca-Cola is taking them. Take it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean-
the Lakers,
With a
Lakers
conscience.
took like $4 million or some shit. It's
Yeah,
crazy.
just fucking take it.
Right.
I don't even know them.
No, I mean,
Yeah.
the truth of the matter is if you qualify, take it. You pay for it. You pay for it
Yeah,
anyway.
exactly.
It's your
Yeah.
money.
Excess
Yeah.
benefit. I mean, I
Any
cannot
government
apply,
program, yeah,
but
agreed. Like it just, you're doing the work
think-
already to get it. That's why it's there.
yeah.
I mean, you might as well. It's
Yeah.
worth, you know.
Look, I applied for the PUA for NYC. I'm due. They're sending me like, it's like over $4,000.
Oh,
What?
shit.
And yeah, exactly.
What is it?
It's a PUA.
What is that?
Let me find,
Pandemic unemployment.
yeah, it's pandemic
Pandemic
unemployment.
unemployment assistance.
Yeah, but it's specific.
So how is it $4,000?
It's specifically for out of work independent contractors, which technically at the
Oh,
moment,
okay.
yeah.
That's us.
And they
Go
back,
average it off.
yeah. Because I tried to apply. I thought about. Well, I started applying for the comic relief thing, but I don't qualify.
Yeah.
You make
and-
It's a weird little
and
window.
yeah, but it's still like it's beautiful that it exists. And I was sort of like, you know what, fucking, I can slug this out for a couple months. I'll start to panic in like August, but like I'll be all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and August
If there's
and
money, there's money, and it is
Right.
kind of
Yeah.
and like if this is there and it's available, you know what I mean? It's like fuck it. I'm gonna
What
do-
is the comic relief thing that you're talking about?
It's like it's through that stand. Isn't it?
the comedy gives back.
Yeah.
Somebody gets that.
It's the
Oh,
comedy
okay.
gives back,
That's
and
the
they
one
just
with what's the name?
yeah. That's the one.
Remember
They-
yeah,
Yes, they have a very specific window. Like you only can make. You need to make between
Like
A and
10
B,
and
and it's a very
70.
weird little window that
yeah, but
Yeah.
you're
And now-
very much an open micer or like a beginning middle.
Yeah.
It's
grade,
basically
like,
for
Yeah.
people who
Yeah.
make their living as either features or like low
or
level
like
headliners.
hosts or yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, Sean, how much are you gonna get for your lawsuit for these stairs?
Yeah, you
Dude.
gotta sue, buddy.
Dude, no, I can't sue. I'm not gonna sue.
Oh.
It was
Who
a
are you gonna sue?
it was
No?
exactly. I'm gonna sue him. I can't. It was 100% my fault. It's my friend's house. It'll fucking ruin his life.
You gotta sue
Oh.
Francis Ford Coppola or whoever
Oh.
made that wine that you were drinking.
How do you know? I like that high class Coppola wine, baby. You know that's what I
Sue
drink.
him, buddy.
That Coppola Sauvignon Blanc.
Oh my! I can't wait to see this scar. That scar is so badass.
It goes to like
badass.
here too. It's like right
Holy
above my ear. Yeah. It's,
Yeah. Real
You're
cool.
gonna
Oh,
look like
it's
if you're looking
badass.
at Harry Potter.
Oh.
it'll be a conversation piece for years to come.
Yup.
yeah. And also,
Very lobotomy
What
like.
happened to you?
yeah.
You'll be
Well,
good for half an hour.
There it is. Thank you.
had
It'll be a new half hour. I will.
You had a rough pit.
Well, you know, it's
You have
funny.
the bolts on your neck.
I was wearing a I was wearing a bandana like Willie Nelson style, just because my hair's out of control and that's how I wear. That's what I do with it now. So when my head hit the railing, it never actually made contact with my flesh because of the bandana.
Ah.
So I managed to injure myself whilst still adhering to the guidelines of social distancing. And but the doctor illustrated a couple of different scenarios where if I hadn't had that bandana, how it could like caught and torn.
Oh.
Yeah, which it didn't. It just kind of whacked it and split it.
You're lucky that I wasn't
Oh
affected.
my god.
Oh yeah, and my eye,
You're right,
You
yeah.
know?
my left eye,
Fashion sense.
my left eye was swollen up and black
Yeah, but
for like
you
a day.
didn't hit
No,
your
I
eye.
didn't. No, I didn't. I didn't hit my. Yes, you're right. I'm very
Like
lucky.
your cheekbone. I mean, I knew a girl that she was riding a bike, hit a rock, flew over, broke her cheekbone, metal plate in
Ah.
her face. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think they gave me
Eye
a.
cheekbone,
Shut up, you
and
Yeah.
she's a model.
Gypsy. I don't know if you remember Gypsy.
They gave me a CAT scan.
Yeah, they
Okay.
have to. Yeah.
Yeah, I was that's fine. No concussion, no hemorrhage, no
That's
skull
so
fracture.
lucky, man. That's
God,
great.
you just
Did you
got
have to go through the?
enough to have a good story.
Yeah, wait. I don't know if y'all can see this, but can you see my left eye?
Oh,
Oh,
my
man.
god!
Jesus
Oh,
Christ.
You
your
look like
left
Bobby
eye, your
Kelly.
whole face. Holy shit! Your
Yeah.
entire face.
That was the day after. Yeah.
You look
Oh, my
Hawaiian.
Look like you should be protesting at the Michigan Capitol. It's just
Oh, wow.
crazy.
Oh, man.
Yeah. None of you guys are.
Thank God
Yeah.
that it was worse.
How about that do-rag though, right? Come
I
on.
mean, it's
Yeah,
definitely-
I'm very thankful it was an eye opener. It seriously was, because it was just like, I mean, it's simple, but it was like I was just walking.
Dude, there's no
Wow.
worse
But I
than
just was-
falling down the stairs. I did it the first night
I
in my Brooklyn apartment. I fell down the stairs, and you don't feel. There's no time you feel like a bigger dumbass than.
Yeah.
Oh,
You're
buddy.
like, I walk the stairs every day. How is
Yeah.
that possible? And I
I broke
broke a
ankle falling
stair
downstairs.
too.
You
Brutal.
broke a stair?
I broke an
stair with
ankle
my
falling
butt.
downstairs.
Oh man, I got a bruise across my ass like a straight line.
This
Just
is what
like,
I had.
ugh.
the
I
same thing.
couldn't sit for a month. This was like concrete stairs in Tribeca, leaving my friend's apartment.
It looks like Slender Man slapped your ass like
Oh,
with his
it
long
was-
fingers.
I couldn't sit.
Wait, so
weird.
like years and years ago, this just reminds me of something. I probably told this before, but like years ago, maybe 10 years ago, Greg Stone, I don't know if you still live at that same apartment in Astoria that you lived
Was
at.
this when he was a
Oh, no.
certified professional assistant? Or
Yeah, but no, Greg was having
What's that?
Greg's.
Shane, I can't
Greg?
hear you when you talk. You have to get better equipment.
Yeah, Greg.
How
So aren't
can
good enough
everyone
to
else
even
hear
listen to
me?
them anyway. Like, literally what you're
Everyone
saying
else
is-
heard me. You're on a beach and you're
It's
still
not
pale. It
funny
is
enough
crazy.
for you
You're
to
on a
say. So keep it to yourself. Is the problem. Just wait.
Great comeback. I hope you and Andy
You're
are
not
popping on
funny
each
enough
other.
for any of this. You're just not. Anyway, what?
Okay, no, you were at you lived at this apartment, and your roommate, who at the time was a student at FIT, was having a party, and you invited like a couple of us, like, hey, come to my roommate's party, right?
He can't insult us. I
And-
can't hear him.
We go, and like there's all these FIT students in the main house, but in Greg's room's like a handful of people. DeVito's in there, and we're all partying there. I come in, and I'm meeting all Greg's friend, and one of his buddies is in a wheelchair. And I'm like, oh, hey, man, how's it going? And we hang out, and we're having a good old time. We're drinking, and we're shooting it up. And then it's like, hey, someone's got to go to the kitchen and get us all more beer. And the dude in the wheelchair just goes, I'll do it, and then stands up and walks out. And I was just like, what the fuck? And they were all like, oh, yeah, he doesn't.
He's
No,
fine.
yeah, oh, yeah. He just sat in the wheelchair before you got here.
Yeah, when you're so poor that the only chairs you have are two regular chairs and one just wheelchair you found on the street.
Yeah.
Like, you got to use the wheelchair.
And then we were convincing him, like, oh, no, you have to go get the beers in the wheelchair. You understand this, right? I don't think he. Yeah. What the hell was that?
I gotta bounce out. I gotta bounce out. I'll be right back.
Hurry up, Shane.
And this is what I mean by stabbed in the back,
Stabbing
everyone.
us in the
Oh!
You feel it? You
I
feel
know.
it?
Typical
All right,
Shane.
now
I
once he
knew-
leaves, you have to tell us what
That's
that
the
means.
word.
No,
I'll
Now-
be right back.
he's
Once
gonna
he's
pop up in
done-
Sean's
He's-
screen with a
He's,
knife.
he's got to go do the boast rattle. Go
You
do
know
it.
what, Sean? Some people just don't want it as bad as I want it. I
He's
do
heading-
it tonight.
He's heading to an open mic Zoom. He'll be back in 3 minutes.
It's in Bushwick. It's a little bit of a ride.
He's got to go do LOL's live chat.
Fuck, I was just about to say he's about to go to the Grizzly Bears.
All right.
I'll be right.
All right.
Damn.
Why do you call him stab in the back? Like what? Why?
What? It's a joke. Just Shane is the guy who he always. I think we all do this. You just overbook yourself, and he's always got there's always a conflict. I'm just giving him shit though. He's not. Yeah, but he is also like him and I'm myself too are horrendous at not doing this, at not being like, oh wait, oh shit, I can't.
Yeah.
There's no way I can be in two places at once. But I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try and be in two places at once. But
You
no.
don't want to let anybody down. So you say yes
No.
to everything, and then you run everything. That's what I do.
It's
the same
also
fucking
very
thing.
hard now not to say yes to everything because you're like, yeah, I'm just home, so I have no excuse not to do. Like I did a show right before this. Like I'm doing anything anybody asks me to do because it's like, yeah, what else?
Yeah. Caitlin, my girlfriend, has two laptops, and she's numerous times now been on two different shows, and will just mute one and sing a song on
explains why
one,
she
and then
hasn't
mute
been
it.
present for
and then
our
come- yeah.
conversations.
Yeah, dude, she'll bounce between, and I'm like, I should get a.
Hardcore.
Yeah.
That's hardcore. Oh, look who's back. Not not Shane, but someone else.
Oh, look at that.
Bobby, where the fuck are you?
Bobby Kelly.
What's up,
Holy
everybody?
shit!
No, babe.
Hi,
But
guys.
why
How
do
you
you
doing?
look so
Yeah.
That's a really nice
What is
camera.
happening?
Why are you in HD?
You look like you're in the Jordan documentary.
Like you look like you're about to start singing.
It had to be you. Why? Because you know I'm a tech nerd, Liz. You know that as soon as this went down, I fucking started hooking up with some nerds and
Curing everything. You look
Called-
great. It
I
looks
called
great.
B&H and
I mean, that's the first thing. That's the first thing I think when I think Bobby Kelly, tech nerd. I'm like, this guy, he's all
Yeah,
over.
like Sean, you're overmodulating a little bit on your mic. You're a little too close. So I mean, you might want to step back a little bit.
Respect.
So we
Respect.
can enjoy you a little more without
Respect.
Now, I believe that Greg, you look mighty fine, a little blown out on the camera, maybe a little too many Calvins going on.
Ooh.
I got a lot of Calvins. You know I like Calvins.
That mustache, you look like your name is actually Calvin. You look like a Calvin with that mustache. It's pretty good.
Greg, you've always had a mustache, right?
No. This was the Halloween mustache, right? That
Came in
just
Halloween,
carried
never
over.
left.
Yeah,
I
never
picture
left.
you with a mustache.
Yeah,
I think
no.
this
We're
is your
just
good.
used
I think
to it
this is your
now.
look.
I had
Yeah.
a mustache
Used to
a week ago, and I shaved it off because I
Did
look
you
like
have
an
a
asshole.
goatee? You had a goatee.
Had a
for the party,
goatee,
right?
and then I went mustache, and then I used my wife's what is it, mascara to darken it, just to see what it looked like. And I look like
Yeah.
I look like Saddam Hussein.
Wait, what? Are you growing like light blonde facial hair?
No, I got gray hair, buddy. I'm old.
Nah, gray doesn't mean old. Gray just means wise.
I'm
Not in this case.
That's what I'm telling myself. See all this wisdom? Look at all this wisdom on these cheeks.
There's a lot of wisdom right here.
Yeah, a lot of wisdom right there.
Lot of wisdom right there.
I got 20 scrolls of wisdom right here.
I like
What
it.
happened to your head?
I fell down some stairs.
He got some stitches.
What were you
Yeah.
doing? You coming from an AA meeting?
Yes. I was going door to door to just remind everyone to stay positive. I was Christmas caroling in May.
What the fuck? What happened?
Crazy.
I seriously,
First of all,
a
Sean-
well-placed shadow.
Sean, I don't think Greg Stone likes your energy. I think you've
I
taken a
love
little
Sean.
away from him. And Greg usually is the one with the energy and the pop. And I think you're
No, it's
stealing
nice.
his
It's
fucking-
sit back.
Oh,
Sean
is it?
has I've learned everything I know from Sean.
Goddamn
Oh,
right. I
God.
can see that now.
I'm a low rent Sean.
I tell you what, there's one place I cannot hold a Greg to a can. I was going to say a Greg to
That's-
Candle Stone.
That's a gay nightclub.
Maybe I got some. Maybe I did get a head injury. I can't hold a Greg to Candlestone. Seriously, the one place I can't hold I can't
We get
match
it,
Greg.
We get it.
Yes.
We get it.
Is on a dance floor at a wedding reception. Don't know
With
if
the
anyone's ever witnessed this.
Dancing with a man. Yes. We
I
know.
always, yeah, I dance with whatever moves.
I would
I
dance
always-
with you, Greg.
There's nothing Sean can say that I'm not going to say. No way, Sean, you're the best. But I got to be honest. At a wedding dance floor, I really do. Love it.
You turn into a one-man event.
Really?
People are like mimicking you. You're like organizing line dances to songs that don't have live dances. It just starts doing shit. Everybody's like, let's start doing what Greg's doing. Look how much fun he's having.
Do you know?
Oh, man.
Do you know how? You know who else is good at a wedding, which shocked me? Joe List.
Oh,
He's a
I've
good
heard
wedding guy.
this.
Amazing.
Legendary dancer.
Sober list?
Legendary
Sober
singer.
List at
Who
his
else?
wedding. Him and his wife, but not only his wife, his whole List family gets on the dance floor, and they started with Grease and never stopped.
Oh, that's
Also-
great.
Ryan Hamilton.
Great
Unbeknownst
dancer.
to
That one is
everybody
shocking.
is a bizarrely good dancer.
Well-
Like, will
Well,
take over
No,
the dance.
he's not a
floor.
good dancer. He looks like somebody has strings, like a
You
marionette.
never met his wedding.
When you grow up, in a cult that doesn't let you have booze or video games, you get good at something. Dancing.
Oh,
fly downstairs.
Yeah. I remember at JF Harris's wedding.
My God.
Whoa.
Which I
Cash
officially,
grab.
which I exactly.
His name has been
that one season marriage. Yeah.
Why is that marriage over?
Oh, Estee.
It was over before the drinks were poured.
Yeah.
for the many drinks.
I officiated it. They asked me to officiate it. Yeah, I officiated it. Yeah. And I remember
Until the next open mic, do
Maybe
you
that
part?
was a telling sign.
Yeah. It was at a gym on Staten Island.
Jesus.
Wow.
But Greg turned into a full-on hurricane on the dance floor, and I don't say that lightly. Gulf Coast boy. It was impressive. There was destruction, there was beauty, there was inspiration, then there was the eye. There was the moment of quiet as Greg went to the bathroom and then came back and just unleashed a second wave of fucking moves. I was like, is anyone filming? This was before we had these too, 10 years ago.
Not to toot my own horn, Sean.
Yeah.
At Colin's wedding, I don't know who was there. But,
Estee
you were
was,
there.
Liz was.
Estee,
yes.
Estee, you
We
might have
were,
remembered
yes, we were.
when Prince, the first song that we all got to dance to, I was pretty much owning the dance floor
You did.
until I split my pants.
That's right. That's right.
Wait, Colin's wedding was like 6 months ago, right?
6 months ago.
Yeah.
I split my pants so bad I had to go sit down for the rest of the wedding. I was fucking rocking though. I mean, Prince, and then I did
What
a
song?
split, not a whole split. I tried to do a split, and my pants was like, not happening, fatso, and it ripped. What song was that? That was
You
what's that
introduced
song?
the whole night of dancing too, Bobby. You were like the unofficial MC.
Well, he asked me at the last second to do
I
it,
know.
and I shit my pants because you know
And then
Jerry.
you split them. Yeah.
Jerry.
Terrible
He
time
always-
to split them.
It always scares the shit out of me because I know he's at the back just judging. I could have done better. But yeah, that was a great wedding. And
That
you know
was a
what
great
I
wedding.
regret about that wedding is that
What?
we were leaving, there was a Good Humor truck out front, an old-fashioned Good Humor truck.
I didn't
And
either.
I was like, oh my God, they have, but then somebody told me you have to buy them or whatever. I was like, fuck that, let's just go. Colin told me
thought
they
it
were
was
free.
a popcorn place.
They were all free. You could
Yeah,
have
I
grabbed
didn't-
as many Good Humor bars as I wanted. And that's one of my big regrets in life.
I missed that too. I got the popcorn on the way out. I didn't get
Yeah,
the.
I
saw
remember
the ice cream, but I
don't.
yeah.
Once
see
I
the
leave,
popcorn.
I've got to go. I don't stop. Not for good humor, not for.
Art.
When I go, I leave. And that's
Rachel's
everywhere.
wedding, there was pizza. Did you get pizza at Rachel's wedding?
No.
I didn't get pizza at Rachel's wedding.
Like a
when you
later
left.
wave.
There
you
was like
mean?
no, there was as you were leaving, there was a pizza truck, like a
Oh
Staten
my
Island
God.
pizza truck that I
Amazing.
didn't get the pizza.
Wait,
Amazing.
where was
Gotta do
Kylan?
that.
Where was Colin's wedding?
Colin's wedding was
Brooklyn.
Brooklyn across the street from Peter
From the
Luger's.
s-
That
yeah,
place
from the
that
street.
looks like a
Oh.
venue.
Was there a
Oh,
museum?
Beautiful.
Was that the
That's
museum
awesome. That
before
area is so
or something
cool.
Like that?
It's a beautiful venue.
the old bank.
Yeah, it was like some.
a bank.
that's
Yeah, it was
exactly it.
gorgeous.
Yeah,
Gorgeous.
that's
Yeah, yeah.
awesome.
I've
Such a
done
beautiful spot.
yeah, I've done a show there.
Really?
There used to be a show in the basement. Yeah,
In
I
the,
almost got-
they had cocktail hour in the basement.
Yeah,
by
yeah,
the
it's-
vault. Yeah, it was beautiful. Great.
That's
I almost got
awesome.
beat up when me and Dom were leaving, and I went out the wrong door, and there was this big old fucking off-duty Brooklyn cop, just that guy, and he came out of the darkness. I was going
Yeah.
out the door. We came in. Comes out of the darkness, and he goes, "Yeah, can't go this way." And I know we're just leaving. He goes, "Yeah, I know what you're doing. I heard you. Go that way, around that way." And I went, "What the fuck? Why you gonna be an ass?" He goes, "You haven't." He goes, I go, "You're being real mean." He goes, "You haven't seen me fucking be mean." Dawn,
Was it Nick
Yeah.
DiPaolo?
Was that on at Colin's wedding?
Yeah, I
Yes.
remember this.
Wow.
Oh my God.
What's he like? My name's Mark Davis. You know my cousin, Jay Davis? Once made him cry.
Mark,
Wow.
Mark Davis.
Bobby, it's so hard to watch you, Bobby. I feel like we're all on our iPhone 1 and you're filming a 30 for 30.
know.
It's like
Yeah, I feel like
crazy.
Well,
the
I can-
jump.
So
I am-
pretty.
Yeah, you look like they're about to show
you.
you an iPad of Colin
Now,
watching you talk
Tom?
about it.
Tom, whoever you are, that mic is fucking fantastic.
It's good mic, right?
That's a great mic. Whoever you are, that is a good mic. No, I'm
Bobby.
kidding. I'm kidding. I know, Tom. I just thought it'd be funny. I'm sorry that we're comedians. What is this? CNN? Relax,
What are you, that
everybody.
cop?
It looks like it with that picture.
Look at fucking Sean just got a bunch of likes on a video. What's going
No,
on?
I'm just looking at where Shane's at right now. He's doing a boast. He's doing the boast rattle, which is the nice roast.
Excuse me?
Yeah, it's the instead of
They compliment each other.
insults, they compliment. It's
Oh,
compliments.
I want to do that. Shane Gillis?
No.
Shane Torres,
Shane
who was
Torres.
here
Torres.
before you
They're
came in,
interchangeable, though.
like that.
They both have
Liz,
the same
Colin's-
feelings about
Colin's
Chinese
wedding
people.
was the night of my 40th birthday, and you made it to that too.
That's right. I did. That's how much I love you. I left
Aw.
Colin's wedding, went home, changed, and then met you.
You
Aw,
changed for Andy?
Wow.
No,
What
I
an
did.
insult
I was-
to
I was-
Colin, to
I was
Colin
in,
that you would have your
full,
birthday that night.
Yeah, dress and heels, and I wasn't going to a dive bar on the east side in like full dress. I went home, put pajamas on, and met Fiore for his birthday.
When are you
Oh.
two going to get married? That's what I asked.
Do it in Vegas.
I wish we could go to Vegas.
I miss the Vegas room a lot.
Me too.
Yeah.
Yeah, Vegas
I've been
room is
thinking
great.
about that dude, that Vegas room was like my next week right before that.
Same here.
Everything.
Oh,
happened.
Oh, I love the
was
Vegas
like,
room.
But
I was
Vegas
going
is
in April
starting
as well.
to percolate a little bit. I think that they are getting ready to open the restaurants. Mark just wrote. Did you see it, Liz?
Yeah.
In WhatsApp, he said
Things
that
are
the restaurants
happening
are opening.
outside of
Starting to
New York
open.
City. Yeah, outside of New York City, things are starting to happening.
I want to go back to Vegas. I would love to go back there.
Yeah,
I had a
Vegas
good
is
time.
awesome.
never
Yeah,
done it.
yeah, Robert. Let's not start that.
What, Estee? What are you talking about?
When
What
we
are you
get
talking-
off, I'll talk to you about that. Don't give me. I want to go back to Vegas.
Why? I love you know I have to love Vegas. Look at Estee, I need Vegas to fucking work, if you know what I'm saying.
You know what you're saying.
Yeah. Vegas
I
is
hear
awesome.
You, though. I
We
hear
have
you
such
though.
a good time. Every time I'm there, I have such a good time with everyone that's there.
Oh, Vegas was such a good gig for everybody.
It was great.
I'm telling you, like that. I was in LA for 3 months, and that was like the last thing I was gonna do on my way home, and that was like I got that Vegas week to look forward to.
Yeah.
Kiss golf. I was gonna play some Kiss mini golf. It was gonna.
Do you guys prefer
It's
the
mini
Ipan?
golf.
Do you guys prefer the Ipanema Tower or the Masquerade Tower? Serious
I'm a
question.
masquerade.
Masquerade all day. Masquerade all day.
I'm in Bonita. I like the other one.
You like the other one?
I
I like
I like walking by the Starbucks is right there. The little
And it's
store is right there.
It's closer to the employee dining area.
Close.
Yeah,
I went there.
Man.
I went there once.
Do you want to
That's-
hear a funny thing?
Yes.
I
Yes.
have never found the buffet in the Rio.
You never
It's
found
hard
it?
to find.
I don't
It's
know
a
where it
medium.
is.
It's very hard to find.
No,
Yeah.
it's not.
Is it really?
You
It's
know,
very
who did
hard to
find it.
It's by-
Never
Rich Ross
found it.
found it.
You
And
just
go in and make sandwiches and take them to go.
yeah, well,
I went to Rich's
I
room. He had a
do.
mini
But
hamburger.
you know,
cooker.
the food at the Rio was pretty good. I love the fish tacos.
Yeah. The food at
Tacos
this.
were amazing at
the-
the Rio.
So
The
good.
wings are
The food at
great.
The club is so
Yeah.
good. God, I miss.
Oh,
it.
the club food is great.
Those
What
fish
about
tacos are
Liz?
incredible.
Liz, what about
Yes?
the night we went to the fights?
oh my God, Bobby,
Yeah.
that had to be the best night I've ever had in Vegas, and I've had
That
some
was-
pretty fucking crazy nights there.
Where did y'all go
That
see
night-
fights?
Right
At
outside
the
the back
Rio.
door, I was smoking a
What
cigar.
fight?
They have a big, it's called the
The
Fight
fight dome,
Dome right behind
Yeah.
where you go out in the back.
in like
right-
the parking lot behind the pool.
So Liz walks
Oh.
up, pulls her
Fight Zone
coat
is my favorite
conch.
Pauly Shore movie.
Liz knows everybody, so
Yeah.
they VIP her. They don't even give a fuck about me. I'm like her assistant at this point. We walk up, they sit us front row for Muay Thai, mixed martial arts,
And boxing.
The cows
A
fighting?
bunch of guys, yeah, they're just
Thai. Muay Thai. More time.
No, wait a
I
minute. We had
Lose
Thai
my
food.
mind.
We went for
We
Thai
did.
food.
We did.
Boxing and mixed martial
We
arts.
did.
I'm sorry, I apologize.
Muay Thai.
Muay Thai.
Bobby, I went crazy. Like you were like, sit down, shut up, it's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah,
I
Wait,
was
who-
fine.
Has anybody won like a shitload of money? Is there like a comic who's won like a boatload in Vegas?
I won like $400 playing craps. Me and Donnelly made a decent amount of money playing craps there one
I
night.
won $750 on a baseball game.
And then-
what?
I won
Tony
$750 on the sports book.
Tony
Wow.
Woods
I
won
lost
like
money this
Tony
year.
Woods
How much?
$5 grand
$750.
on poker. Tony Woods
Ah.
$5 grand poker.
What?
On like on video
Wow.
poker.
What?
Video poker.
That's crazy. When
And
I was
he
there,
was
he
like-
didn't gamble at all when I was
He
there
was
with him.
sitting he was sitting at the bar like right outside of the
Who
club.
is that?
Tony
Liz.
Woods.
Woods.
Tony Woods, and he like played, and then something happened, and the bartender's like, "Can I have your ID?" And Tony's like, "Oh, what did I do?" And then someone else came around and like, "Give me your ID, please," because he won so much money. He had to
Wow.
declare it. He won
What?
like $5 grand on video.
Yeah,
poker
you got-
at
yeah,
the
yeah,
bar
yeah.
right outside. Yeah.
How much was it?
He like didn't
5,000.
gamble at all. That's crazy. He didn't gamble at all. Are we?
On the
Your,
machine?
your mic is
Yes.
ridiculously
Wow.
loud.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Wow.
Dude,
Your mic is ridiculously loud, Sean. It's just
Oh,
nobody's
Oh.
saying anything to you. I think they're afraid of you, but
Oh.
your mic
Fine.
is ridiculously loud.
Really? I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I've never done Vegas. I don't know who books it, but if you guys could hook me up.
Yes. Oh, sorry.
But no,
Look,
but I
I'd
did.
love to go
I
back to
swear
Vegas.
to God,
I
Love it.
personally, I'm gonna show up in your new house and smack you on both cheeks.
Yeah, buddy.
Anybody that's gonna say that is gonna get a personal visit from me.
Estee, if you came to my house, I would let you in. Oh, I'd make
I
you a
would
nice
love to see you.
meatball.
Estee.
Esty, come on over.
Love to
We're
have you
Yeah.
over. Have Andy over. Oh, it would be great. I did. I tell you, I did do the Borgata once, and
Wait,
I'm with
guys,
this
guys,
this
real
guy.
quick, the chat's asking who books Cellar Vegas.
It wasn't me.
I think doesn't Val book that part?
She's on fire tonight. Jesus Christ.
So I had to do the Borgata once, and they always book like two young guys, and then one
Who
guy.
books the Borgata?
Estee also books the Borgata. Doesn't tell anybody about that though. I'm doing it with this guy. He's been
I
doing
might
comedy.
end up booking the Bugada.
Oh shit.
You never know.
Yeah. Quarantine, you got to take what you can get.
Exactly.
Dude, I'm doing it with this guy. He's like, he's like, I'm gonna finish the story. I don't really care what happens. It doesn't matter. I'm doing the thing, and this guy, Andy just left. Andy, who's in my apartment, just left in the middle of this. The steam has left, but I'm a performer, and I'll do it. The guy before me, the headlining guy, or the last guy, he's been doing comedy like 50 years. Every night he's going home, and I'm like, "Why are you going home every single night?" And he's like, I'm close enough. I'll just go home. And I'm like, "Nah, man, stay, right?" He goes, next day I see him. After I see him walk to a poker table, I see him the next day. I go, "Man, how was your night? Did you stay?" And he goes, "I sat at a poker table for 20 hours straight." And then he goes, "I don't know if I can do the rest of this gig." Doesn't finish the week because turns out I didn't know
You made him relapse?
I didn't know he had a problem, but he had such a gambling problem that he was driving home every night not to be there. And I'm like, "What are you, some kind of pussy? Come on, man. One game."
Oh.
I
You
played
ruined
one
this guy's
game with
life.
him,
What did you
left,
do?
and he went and he played all fucking night, and then called the booker and was like, "Hey, can you get somebody else to fill in? I gotta go home."
Greg,
And-
the best way to solve that, you should have gone, "Hey, I bet you can't do the rest of the week."
Oh, wow.
Greg, this is why I won't do your
That's
podcast.
actually
I'm a narcissist.
That was so crazy.
Sweaty.
All right, guys. Have a nice Sunday.
All right,
Bye,
Estee. I
Estee.
love you.
Oh, bye,
Estee.
Estee. Great to see you again.
Bye. Bye.
Wow.
Thanks so
Wow.
much.
Bye, Estee. See you next time.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Vegan.
Stay healthy and safe.
Okay, you too. No falling off any
I've-
stairs.
No
Anymore.
more. No more falling. I
No
promise.
stairs for you.
I wish.
All right, what really happened, Sean?
That's what really happened.
Sean's got a gambling problem too.
I did a set at the West Side Comedy Club.
And then Estee did that to you.
She said, if I said any, you fell down the stairs, do not forget it.
She's dressed all in black.
Mask. Everything.
yeah.
Hey, Greg,
Christ.
Hey, Bobby. how are you?
you haven't called me on Sundays like you said you were.
I know.
Wait!
The quarantine fucked my life up. I got to be honest. As soon
Oh,
as I
come
saw you, I
on.
said, shit, I haven't talked to Bobby. I got to call him. I was going to call you right now.
Why did you guys set up some sort of Sunday appointment
Yes.
call?
No,
One
yes,
day.
Yes, they did. And I think I talked to you about this, Stone. I said, put a fucking alarm on your phone so you call Bobby every Sunday. I said it was important. What happened?
Well, I can actually tell you some inside information.
Let's
I talked
go.
to my actual dad, and I told him this bit, and he goes, you don't call me every Sunday, and you're going to call some other fucking comedian, and you're not going to call me. And now I'm like, I call my dad every Sunday, and then I got to call Bobby after, but I messed up. I gotta get back on my.
Well, let me
Bobby
tell you
Sunday.
something, Greg. I want to tell you something.
Mhm.
I don't have a dad that's going to make that phone call, but I
Same.
thought I had a friend. that was gonna
Bobby,
make
for
that
a
phone
moment, I
call.
thought you were going to go. I want to tell you something, Greg. I'm your father.
I should just have my dad call you too.
It's you.
Y'all call you.
Let's do a three-way.
He won't let any of us get a word in.
Oh, I know your dad. Your dad called in one day. Remember?
Oh, right. Yeah, we talked in the podcast.
God, do I love you? Man, he works at Home Depot.
He quit. He's at Lowe's now. He's retired. He was at Lowe's, and he retired from Lowe's from part time. He said, "I retire," and now he's getting unemployment. It's
Does he
great.
still get a discount?
He does. If you need a discount,
I
It's
do need a
10%.
discount.
Bullshit.
Bobby.
You piece of shit.
I do. I got to
Discount.
build a platform bed for my son. Get me some discounts on 4x4s, 12x2s.
Do you need
and
a carpenter?
No, I am the guy gonna build. Why do you build
Bobby
stuff?
is
My
a carpenter.
brother is a crazy carpenter.
How much?
He'll probably forget to charge. He's the best.
The wolf.
He's off the records on most everything.
Man, Bobby, with the cigar and ordering all that hard wood, you got a real like union delegate thing going on right now. It's like, give me a deck, 2x4s, some 915s. What kind of cigars are you? Cigars are you?
What's a 915?
I don't know. You're the foreman. You tell me.
That's actually a tree.
Listen, the local 271. We run this place. You understand?
No. This friend of mine gave these to me. I got to be honest. I had a cigar party here the other night. I actually had.
No, so only 3 people showed up probably because
I had 4.
That's how my parents.
4
met.
people. Yeah.
Yeah, I had one comic who will remain nameless, and then 3 of my other
Paul
square
Verzi.
friends.
Bill Cosby out?
He did get the invite, but he didn't come. So did Giannis. But
Well,
they
if you have to invite Paul to a cigar and Figaro chain party.
I'm sure my invite's
Guys,
coming. Probably it's probably still
I'm
coming.
having a cigar party and a Jordan sneaker party, and then Verzi,
Go boss. Verzi are invited.
all of them show up.
Oh, it's fucking funny.
Greg, you're not going to come up here and smoke a cigar. You don't smoke cigars. Last time you smoked a cigar, you got sick.
I smoked a cigar with you, and I got sick. But it was my first time, and I'm ready for round 2.
Plus,
he's
you
not
smoked it like
excited.
this, looking at me like this.
Yeah, I want it to come in my mouth. If you don't make a cigar come, then what are you doing?
Greg, I would invite you up. So
Bobby,
anyways,
that's a very fatherly thing you should do. You should teach him how to properly smoke a cigar.
I will do that, Greg.
You
I will
did.
teach you. I did. I already did. I taught. But here's the thing. I brought these guys up. We're sitting. I got steaks. We're all sitting 6 feet apart. It's nighttime. I got steaks, homemade potato salad my wife made. We got all the stuff out. Everybody get their own plate, plastic, everything. I got all the
Nice.
stuff. And then
Swanky.
It's a great microphone.
I'm sorry. I'm in Greg's den.
I know. I just saw you. This guy he fucking starts blowing his nose. A friend of mine just starts blowing his nose, and then he's like, "Listen." He puts the thing. We're like, "What are you can't? What are you doing? You can't. You can't." And then you didn't even wash your hands. We're like, we had Perel, Aaron Berg. Oh shit.
Who cares?
Yeah, it's fine.
I know, but I don't know if he wants people to know.
That guy's got enough roids in his system to kill any virus.
He's actively dying from something else.
He's had AIDS for 20 years.
The AIDS is killing his coronavirus. He's fine.
An unlikely friends thing.
His Canadian AIDS.
Nothing makes me laugh is when somebody says a mean joke that we all have thought, we just didn't have the balls to say. Yeah, no, it was a fun time, but it was weird. Everything was great, and then the dude blew his nose, which would have been nothing. But we're all like, all right, what the fuck's going on?
Yeah.
This shit stays in the air for like, I think it's 30 seconds or 8 minutes. I don't know. It's either one.
Yeah.
But, who's that?
That's Shane Torres. Shane is back
Bobby.
from his open mic show that he was just.
Oh, there's Shane. Hey, bud. Did you boast rattle?
He's all full of compliments.
Shane, we gave away all your secrets while you were gone. I'm sorry.
I'm sure.
Shane Torres, how you doing, buddy? Nice
I'm
to
good.
meet you.
How are you, Bobby? You too.
Hey,
How are you, man?
You had to do a roast where you compliment people.
Yeah.
Did you win?
Fuck.
Did you win?
It's
Shane?
nice. I know I lost. I'm a loser, and I'm bad at comp. I guess it means Sam Evans.
Oh well,
I like Sam. Yeah.
Yeah, everybody
He
loves
has
Sam.
an album
He's
coming
the
out. He has an album coming out in like a week and a half. Guys, if you're watching, pick it up. He's so fucking funny, man.
Yeah, it's called Sweet Baby Boy. It's on Blonde Medicine. Yeah,
Sam's super funny.
Everybody
Yeah.
loves Sam.
Hey, Shane, can you? I feel a little low today. Can you roast me a little bit?
Boast you?
Well,
I can boast you.
I want you to boast me a little bit.
Okay.
Oh, it's
Bobby
so.
Kelly.
Hi, buddy. How are you? Good to meet you.
You too.
Oh my god.
All right, hold on. I'm gonna retrofit some stuff.
Go ahead.
Okay,
Yes,
I have
notes.
some retro. Yeah, I got it right here.
I love the way that hoodie fits you.
Yeah. Now, all right. Exodus 2014. You should not commit adultery unless it's with Bobby Kelly's big fat dick.
Ooh.
That's fine.
That's the kind of compliments I was giving out. So this
I
was
like that.
terrible.
Amen.
I
Amen.
like that.
I'm so glad I came back around the corner from Fat Black.
Yeah.
Wait, that did make me feel good when you said I had a big fat dick. I've never been told that in my life.
You could have just said big dick. I feel like fat implies that.
Mind your
Yeah.
business. Mind your business.
No, it's like it's
Mind your
a good
business.
thing. It's a good thing. It's a good
I'm
thing.
cock blocking me, okay?
They call him Bobby, the King of Girth Kelly.
I got a big fat cock.
I mean,
He's got
you
an
look like a guy who would
unhealthy
say that.
He's got an obese penis.
Bobby, why is your back? Why are the lights
Yeah.
changing in the back?
Bobby's
I just mixed it up,
Yeah.
just to mix it up. You want me to mix it up? I'll unmix it, all right?
Bobby's dick
No,
has
I like it.
wait. Bobby's dick has type 2 diabetes. It's so fat. You know what I mean?
That's like a roast and a boast.
Yeah.
It keeps
Yeah.
its shirt off. It keeps its shirt on in the pool.
Yo.
Condom in the pool.
Does anybody else love seeing Greg Stone's mood swing? Nobody else. I mean,
Oh, I love
Sean.
it.
Yeah.
Sean has
I love it.
consistently been the same guy the whole thing. Andy's same guy. Shane comes in, boom. Tom, boom. And Greg up and down. Here he's what happened, Greg? Talk to
I'm
us.
just listening. I'm just listening.
I'm just listening.
Sometimes you listen. Sometimes
I'm
you
gonna
listen.
call-
You know what
I
I mean?
want a phone call tomorrow. We got to talk, son.
You know, Greg's the Phil Hartman of this dude.
Yeah, my wife is gonna blow my
You know,
brains out.
and that
That's coming.
No. Phil Hartman wife innocent.
Yeah.
I love that you're a trooper on Phil Hartman's wife.
Yeah. There's one Phil Hartman and 4 Chris Farleys in this fucking scene.
Yeah. And 1 Horatio Sands. It remains to be seen which one.
One of us will lose weight.
Listen, I gotta go.
All right,
I gotta get
we
the
need
fuck
to end
outta
this.
here,
This
man.
This is enough.
Yeah.
You guys, this was fun. I'm glad I came in. You guys are
Thank
great.
you, Bobby. Thank
Thanks,
you,
Bobby.
Bobby.
Thanks for dropping in, bud.
And I
Good
miss
seeing
all of you guys. I know I don't know you guys all that well, but I mean, I miss some of you more than others. Absolutely, that's a fact.
You probably miss me most of all, right, Bobby?
I'm Liz. I miss you
Okay, I
so
just wanted to make
much.
sure. I love you.
I miss you so much. I miss my Cellar family. Greg, I miss you.
Yeah, we got to get back
Miss you,
to
buddy.
it.
Sean, I miss you. Andy, Tom, I don't know you that well, but you seem like a
Sure,
nice
sure.
guy.
You're
So-
What's up?
It's nice.
Tom's,
like you.
Tom's a thumbs up. Tom, I vouch for
I-
Tom. I vouch for the guy. Hey, Bobby, I vouch for this guy. All right.
So salute, Shane. Thank you for boasting me. That made me feel good. I'll see you
Yeah.
guys later. All right.
I
Later.
love you
Take
all.
care,
Have a
Bobby.
good night.
Miss you, Bobby.
Take
I
care,
vouch
guys.
for this Tommy guy. He's a good pipe fitter. In local 271, he'll pay his dues on time. He's a good guy.
If anybody wants to know,
915s from his 212s.
He's got 915s all over the place.
if anybody wants to know how to get this look, hit me up. I'll help you out. All right.
All right. See you guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Take care.
Bye, everybody.